Hey, welcome back, guys. So on this week's episode, we came out here to the junkyard. I realized after working for about an hour, I hadn't started recording. So the reason for the trip out here, and I got lucky because this is a 94 Nissan pickup. It has the same rear end in it as what we got last week from Eddie. But I came out here, this little flange. This thing bolts to the rear end on the Toyota axle. I've got a U-joint. I'll show you guys later on because I'm not home to show it to you. That converts it more or less. It's the same size as the plane. Same size as the Toyota rear end. And then the other two are the same size as the Nissan drive shaft. Excuse me, sorry. So it saves me from having to buy a custom drive shaft or get a custom drive shaft made. Yeah, but this is what we did, and I'll show you once we get it on the truck. So we got the truck back in. While I'm thinking about it, I apologize if it sounds like I'm weird. There's stuff I've been battling for seems like 5 weeks, 4 weeks, whatever's going around. I took some medicine. Now my voice sounds like this. Anyways, got the truck back in, got the wheels off, and got it broke back down to this configuration. Got rust, surface rust. It's funny, it sits in the garage and it's humid here in Florida and it doesn't get any rust on it. But the second I clean everything, the rust is there. So it shouldn't surprise me, but it is what it is. So I'm gonna get the camera set up. We're gonna time lapse this while I burn this stuff in. So you guys just saw me weld in the upper bag mount. Next thing you're gonna see is the paint primer. On this side, just went with some Rust-Oleum primer, and I guess it's Magic. Tractor, truck, and implement spray from Tractor Supply. I wanted something that's gonna be durable for now, to at least put some sort of protection with living in Florida and the rust and water in the air and everything else. I just wanted to do it to be safe. So here we go with that. So yes, I have a different shirt on than that last little segment that you guys saw with the paint. It's been a few days. I had to bug out because of Hurricane Helene, or Helen, whichever one it was. We were originally in the path of the eye. Fortunate for us, unfortunately for other people, it shifted and hit about 45 miles away. Hopefully everything is salvageable that can be salvaged for those people. As far as we go on the truck, today I went ahead and welded in the passenger side. You guys saw me weld the other side in. There's no point in you guys seeing me weld in the other, or this side also. I just put down a coat of primer. Let me turn this fan down so it's not as loud. And I also am gonna get ready once this flashes a little longer. Excuse me. I'm gonna go ahead and paint it, just to show you guys what's going on. I mean, this has been there. I went ahead and painted over that. It had etching primer on it. I threw a coat of regular primer over it. This has got etching and regular primer on it. But we welded it in, and then I took this little filler piece to add some rigidity to it. That way I don't have any issues with it wanting to flex. The other side is gonna get it. I haven't done it I probably should have did it before I painted it. Oh well. You live and you learn. So yeah, the next thing that we're gonna probably end up doing, we're gonna get the bags back in, we're gonna get the air in it, we're gonna get it on the ground, we're gonna push it out. I've got some wheel dollies that I borrowed from Eddie that we're gonna spin it around, like I said, because tie rods aren't hooked up. I got to get new tie rods, and I got to cut down these tie rods. I also need to box in the control arms. At some point I'll get to that. But once we get it back in, from getting it turned around, mainly because the welder's up here, the plug-in for the welder is right there on that wall. It gets me a little closer, and I get more light. I don't have any light. Well, I have lights in the back, but the garage door's in the way. So what I'm gonna do, as you can see, it's dark. I'm gonna work on this other little spot of paint, and then you guys will see me get it spun around and pushed back in. So this morning I got up, went to the pick and pull. That last section you guys saw earlier about being out there and getting that flange, that was to make the rear axle work with my drive shaft. While I was there, I went and scoped out a couple other hard bodies that were there, and one of them had a manual steering box, which is something I have been deciding or looking for a while. I could have bought one brand new outright, but it was like $250, $300. I gotta weigh my options on certain things. Went out there this morning, pulled this. I've been cleaning it off. It's got some gunk and grime and stuff on it. Took some brake clean, cleaned it up. Probably should have taken carb cleaner to do it instead of brake clean. Let's get, there we go, light. So I'm gonna, sorry. I'm gonna get that finished cleaning up. I'm gonna go ahead and undo this. We're gonna get all these other power steering stuff out of the way. I'm not gonna show you that. I'll show you once it's in. If you wanna see how it's done, Jacob Rohde has a great video on how to convert your stuff. It's relatively simple. 1, 2, 3, 4 19mm bolts, the 19mm on your pitman arm, and the 12mm on your steering rod. And then you just got to pull everything else out. I'm not going to bore you guys with that, so I'll show you once I get done. Okay, so I got it on there. You can see it's there all the way up. Like I was saying, 4 19mm, the 12 on the actual steering column, and then you got the 19 on the what is it called? I can't even think what it's called. It's not the tie rod. It would be a rack and pinion if it was a newer car, but anyways, this thing right here. So let me turn this fan off for a second. That thing's gonna be loud either way. Took me a little longer because I had to wait for my sledgehammer that I left in the Maverick. But yeah, it's in there. It needs to be cleaned up, painted. I used some brake clean and some degreaser to get all the stuff from the pick and pull off of it. This got sanded down and a plate right there welded in like on the other side. Primer's drying right now, so I'm going to paint it black here in a minute. We're gonna put it all back together. We're gonna get it on the wheel dollies and get this thing spun around so that we can get started on the back. So as you guys just saw, Jennifer and Bentley and Micah helped me out. We got the truck spun around. We got it pushed back in here into the shop, It might as well be a shop. Into the garage. As you can see, it's in here. It's ready to go. I'm getting excited, man. I don't know about you guys. Some of you that follow may be getting excited, maybe asking why it's not happening faster. That's just how it's going. I'm doing it as I can. I'm gonna go up here. I'm gonna show you guys what we got done. I mean, you guys saw the front end was it got dark quick. Let me turn this light on. You guys can see gearbox. It cleans all this stuff up. You don't have to worry about the power steering pump there. I don't have to worry about the reservoir being over there. I think it's gonna work out for me. Just a matter of time once we get it all hooked back up and driving. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this episode. It's probably way longer than normal. I don't know. I won't know until I do all my other stuff with it. Thank you guys for watching. I normally don't do it, but like, comment, subscribe, share, give me some feedback, something. Hopefully on the next set of set of episodes, we start working on that back. That's when everything's gonna start getting fun and we're gonna start really getting after it. But yeah, thank you guys, and we'll see you next time.